Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Jamaica News in Review. PNP expressed gratitude to Lisa Hanna for serving to party and country. The People's National Party PNP has expressed gratitude to party member Lisa Hanna for service to her constituency and party following news of her intentions to leave representational politics. In a release on Tuesday, PNP leader Mark Golding said, Comrade Hanna's commitment to Jamaica remains an inspiration to our youth and those looking to enter representational politics. I look forward to continue working with Comrade Hanna on areas in which she is passionate and has achieved significant results. After serving 3.5 terms as Member of Parliament for St. Ann South, Hanna announced her intentions to exit representational politics and therefore will not be seeking re-election at the next general election. She has, however, committed to serving her constituency through to the end of her term. The PNP says it will now be working closely with the executive of South East St. Ann to arrange a suitable occasion to honor Hanna for a tremendous work she has done. Representational politics is a labor of love, and Comrade Hanna has certainly given her best in service to her country. The entire Jamaica should join us in thanking her for her service and wishing her the very best as she charts her way forward, the PNP release read. There have been mixed reactions to Hanna's announcement that she intends to make her exit from representational politics. While the revelation came as a surprise to many, some expressed that they saw the move coming after Hanna narrowly won her bid for Member of Parliament MP for St. Ann South in the last general election. Since her announcement, some social media users have been taking to various platforms to wish her well, while others are hoping her exit is short-lived and that she will re-enter the political arena again in the near future. With Hanna's pending exit, some users believe the PNP has lost an invaluable member of its team, if that will prove even more detrimental for an opposition they say have been trying hard to put up a united front. Here are some of the social media reactions to Hanna's announcement. No, we need strong opposition and only Lisa makes sense over the other side, a person wrote. The writing was on the wall. We could see from her movements. Best wishes, stated one person. If the JLP is winning elections based on primarily on the popularity of PNP and Jeholdness, then the PNP has no chance of returning to power without Lisa Hanna. Sometimes popularity carries more weight than brilliance. Anyhow, she must have something bigger in mind. I wish her the best, one person wrote. I am surprised by this move, but all the best with your future, stated another. One Facebook user wrote, Miss Hanna, you have made your decision. But I, for one, I am truly going to miss you leaving the PNP camp. I admire you so much and your down-to-earth relationship with people, especially children. Wherever you go from here, I pray God's blessing continue with you. All the best in the future. Great move. There is no future there as your party is well on its way to the dumps. Maitland remanded until August 22nd. Constable Noel Maitland, the boyfriend of social media influencer Donnelly Donaldson, was remanded when he appeared before the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Friday morning. Attorney at law Christopher Townsend, who represents Maitland, says his client is to return to court on August 22nd. A bail application is to be made at that time. A fingerprint order was also made for Maitland.
Well, the matter came up, was mentioned in court, and we set a date for bail application. The judge could not have heard it on the 18th, which was a date that we had suggested. So she will hear it on the 22nd of August. We will be applying for bail on that occasion. After we read the report, we feel that this is a matter that is worthy to be considered.
The documents that were mentioned that are outstanding, what are they?
Quite a number of documents are outstanding. The only report that they say that is ready is a report concerning blood that they say that they found. But what I find interesting is that it took some 4 or 5 forensic teams at different occasions to locate this blood. So those things will be explored at the hearing.
St. James man charged for assaulting, threatening woman with a licensed gun. A St. James man accused of pulling his licensed firearm on a woman and threatening to kill her has been charged. He is 44-year-old Ricardo O, a customer service manager of Bow Village, who has been charged with assault at common law, unlawful wounding and illegal possession of firearm. A date is yet to be set for who to appear in court. The police report that about 4 p.m. on Saturday, August 6, the complainant and another woman were in Rain Park and they got into an argument where both started throwing stones at each other. It is alleged that Wu got involved and pushed the complainant to the ground, pointing his firearm to her face and threatened to kill her. The police were informed and an investigation was launched. Subsequently, Wu turned himself into the police in the presence of his attorney. He was charged in a question and answer interview. Man charged for a Dream Weekend phone theft collapses in court. One of the 3 men accused of stealing $2 million worth of cell phones during the recent Dream Weekend party event has been sent for medical treatment after he collapsed in the Westmoreland Parish Court yesterday. Presiding Judge Sean Walters made the order in relation to Warren Scabello, who the defendant fell and appeared to cough up blood moments after the bail hearing was put off to August 16. The bail hearing, which had originally set for August 3rd, was deferred a second time following the revelation that the defendant's criminal records had not been brought for Kingston. The other accused in the case are Karen Liscombray and Devon Robinson. The 3 defendants were held and later charged following a police operation on July 31st, during which several items were seized. The items included 16 iPhones, 2 Samsung Galaxy phones, 2 laptops, and a 36R SIMs, which are used to unlock phones. The police also recovered $200,000 in cash and Euro $30. The items were allegedly stolen from patrons of the Dream Weekend event, which was held in Negril between July 29 and August 1. Missing Clarendon fishermen feared dead. 2 Clarendon fishermen who were seen heading to sea south of Rocky Point last Friday has gone missing and have been feared dead. The men, 42-year-old Robert Weird and 29-year-old Lucky Ellis, both of Portland Cottage addresses, reportedly set out about 10 a.m. Jonathan Weird, father of Robert, believes his son is dead. The senior Weird told reporters that another fisherman had related that his son's boat had become faulty and that Robert and his colleagues ran into difficulties while returning from Pedro Bank, where they had gone fishing. Him same snap day, him see Robert a bail out water out of the boat with a bucket. Then him drive off. But when him turn and look back round, him no see Robert. After that, him see the next 2 boats run back, and him ask if them see Robert, and them say, "How come you go ask with Robert, and now you and him a drive?" Recounted Weird. "I hear say the boat them a come in, and my son boat burst. If it boat burst, and them fi stop and wait for him and travel with him," said Weird. "If the boat a sink, all him woulda do is to jump out of it, going a fi them boat, but through them leave him now. The boat burst and sink, and nobody no see him from that. Him dead left 2 little girls." Weird said several hours-long searches by other fisher folk since Friday had failed to locate the fishermen. "Them no find no boat, no jug, nothing," he bemoaned. Ellie's family is also shaken. His aunt, Winsome Malabry, said the family was still clinging to hope. "Even now, I'm just looking to see him walking in the yard. The family is really shocked, and we're just hoping and wishing that he would just come home. We're not taking it good at all," Malabry told reporters on Monday. Barbara Graham of the Portland Cottage Citizens Association told reporters that the men were active members of the community and their disappearance has shocked fellow residents. Recounting her last encounter with Robert, Graham said, "The last time I saw him, we were together at a function, and he was representative from my community, and he was there giving his input in a mangrove project meeting and how it affects them in terms of fishing. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of the men is asked to contact the Lionelton Police at 876-986-3233, Police Emergency at 119, or the nearest police station." The men's disappearance followed April 20 case of 4 men from the neighboring communities of Rocky Point and Racecourse who went missing. Their remains were among 5 set found in shallow grave along the banks of the Sandy Gully in St. Andrew weeks later. Former who murdered man for failing to return contract killing money loses appeal. A St. Elizabeth man who murdered another for refusing to return $100,000 for a contract killing that was not done has lost his appeal against his 15-year prison term. Sandres Plot 33, a farmer of Gingergon District in Malvern, pleaded guilty in the St. Elizabeth Circuit Court in March 2018 to the murder of 31-year-old Everton Mullins. He was sentenced to 15 years imprisonment, but Justice Martin Gale reduced it by 5 years and ordered that Spot serve 15 years before he would be eligible for parole. Spot appealed on the grounds that, based on the facts presented, the sentence was harsh and excessive. He said the judge did not temper justice with mercy, as his guilty plea was not taken into consideration. Attorney at law Hugh Wilson, who represented Spot, had asked that the sentence be reduced to 10 years. Prosecutors Orrit Brown and Renil Morgan had argued that the sentence was not excessive. The Court of Appeal ruled last week that the sentence was not excessive. The facts of the case were that in 2015, Splott contracted Mullins for a price of $100,000 to kill an individual. He paid the money, but Mullins did not carry out the plan and stopped answering Splott's phone calls. Splott became upset that the job was not done and subsequently told the deceased he had some ganja for him at a hut. When Mullins turned up on October 21, 2015, Splott pointed a gun at him, tied him up in bushes and instructed him to call his family members to bring the $100,000 or he would kill him. The relatives did not comply, and on the fifth day, when Mullins tried to escape, Splott shot him dead. Splott transported the body to a dump site near the Bureau Vista housing scheme in St. Elizabeth and set it on fire. Residents found the body on October 27, 2015 and called the police. Splott was also charged with kidnapping, but the prosecution did not pursue the offense after he pleaded guilty to murder. A man called Rasta had accompanied Mullins to the hut, but when he saw Splott pointing a gun at the deceased, he ran away. Fire leaves Guys Hill family homeless. A family of 4 in Guys Hill, St. Catherine, has been left homeless after their house was destroyed by fire early this morning. A man is being sought by the police in connection with the incident. The mother and her 3 children in February received house from charity organization Food for the Poor. The police report that the family was asleep when about 2:30 a.m. fire was seen coming from the board dwelling. The 3 children and their mother managed to escape through a back door. It is reported that prior to the fire, the man had allegedly threatened the woman that he was going to carry out the attack. The occupants lost everything in the blaze. Mom, girlfriend of missing man search for answers. 2 women, already all too familiar with losing the men in their lives, are once again grief-stricken and searching for answers after the disappearance of 25-year-old fisherman and crab vendor Oral Morris. His mother, 50-year-old Gloria Favor Lawrence, buried her son Sean Russell in December 2020. The incident that claimed his life left another of her sons, Rushing Michael, injured. They were attacked by thieves after they and a group of friends traveled to Hanover to buy a bike, she said. Morris was also killed when he ventured out to do business. Favor Lawrence says her son left the home at 7 a.m. on his motorcycle with the intention of selling 4 dozen crabs in his Grange Hill community. His girlfriend Shanique Lawrence said they had planned to go together, but he asked her to stay home with their 9-month-old child. This is the 3rd lover she has lost in less than 2 years. I lose 3 baby father. My baby father died last year and 1 missing since year, and this is 1 missing. So that are 3, she said, adding that she has simply had enough of the grief. So too has Favor Lawrence, and she is looking to a higher power for consolation and answers. She wonders if she or her offspring is to be blamed for the tragedies that have wrought their family. If it's something that my children have done wrong, that they have not confessed to you, if it is me, the mother, that have done something wrong, cause this chaos, I'm asking mighty God to have mercy on me and show me that I can confess, she appealed. Meanwhile, Morris' girlfriend is engaged in a game of what if. She wonders if he would still be with them if she had gone with him that day. On July 31st, she was at their home, wondering why he was so late to turn in. When she got a call, she wishes she had not. It was the police asking her to visit the Morgan's Bridge station to identify a motorcycle they retrieved in a neighboring community. A police source told reporters that an extensive 3-day search was done but yielded no success. No signs, no blood stain, no eyewitnesses, said the source. Morris is of dark complexion, medium build and about 173 centimeters tall. When last seen, he was wearing a blue and white t-shirt, blue short pants and pink Crocs. Anyone knowing his whereabouts is being asked to contact the Morgan's Bridge Police Station at 876-955-1375, the nearest police station, or 119. His mother, immobilized by lupus, is praying he will return to them. I don't know how me go manage, believe me, but me left everything in a God's hand, because me know say there is going to be an answer, and me nah give up. God Almighty, me nah give up, the distraught woman said as tears ran down her cheeks and she clutched a crunch from support. Prime Minister Andrew Holness stated, every Jamaican wants to own their own home, and the government has committed to creating 70,000 new housing solutions for first-time homeowners.
Another significant challenge that we are focusing on is the eternal struggle for land and shelter ownership. This administration has committed to creating 70,000 new housing solutions for first-time homeowners. This morning, I had the occasion to do an interview, and upon exiting the studio, I was met by someone who worked at the studio, and her question to me was, Prime Minister, I have made my NHD contributions, I've gone to apply for a house, and I can't be successful. I've never been successful. There is a sense of injustice and inequity in housing in Jamaica. And I wish the people of Jamaica to know that the government understands this. We acknowledge it on both sides. It is not a political problem. It is an economic problem. The truth is that the NHD has, in the last 7 years, more than doubled the number of housing units that it has put on the market. It has significantly increased the number of mortgages. We have made interest rates at the level of 0% for low income. But the problem is, as the Minister of Finance always points out, we have a supply side problem. We don't have the contractors, the systems in place to produce housing units at the price point that people need. So we have redirected the NHD to focus almost exclusively on that. So, Madam Speaker, already the NHD has committed to build 43,000 housing solutions. The vast majority of them will be affordable or low-income earners. They have, Madam Speaker, done an amazing job. They have already, out of that 43, delivered just over 6,000 housing units. Together between the NHD, the HAJ, the social housing program, and what we're doing in the Bernard Lodge development area, we are very close to having 10,000 units already delivered out of that.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification